for Sheffield to stand in solidarity with Palestine and call for freedom and justice, equality for all the Palestinian people. And we're here to greet Lina and Sahar, who are here in a protest camp and will be camping here for 8 nights and survived their first night last night. I'm just going to ask Musheir to say a few words to start with.
Thank you very much, Hilary, and thank you all for being here, and thank you all for keeping the movement in the streets. It's really, really important, very crucial to Palestinians who are now crammed in Rafah in the south. Over 1.6 million people are in tents, in makeshift camps, with rain on top of them, 20 centimeters in their tents, who have no toilets, no support, nothing. And those people have nobody but you and people like you all over the world. So we really cannot abandon them. It's not a luxury, it's a duty. We must be out in the streets. We must continue with putting pressure on our shameful government. We must continue to put pressure on our shameful MPs. And I'm not exaggerating when I say shameful, because what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in Gaza is barbaric. And don't take the word as an exaggeration. It's barbaric that affected people's lives, people's livelihood, affected animals, stones, babies, men, women, everybody. And the killing is continuing. Let me tell you something. Videos have come out now of the horrors of the main streets in the Gaza Strip. Not a single shop is intact. All the shops have been destroyed. Why? This is collective punishment. This is war crimes. Where is the world? Where are our politicians who are corrupted to the bone marrow? Or Zionist agents? And when we say Zionist agents, we mean it, because they are paid. Where is our media? Where is it? Where is it? Every shop, every livelihood of every Palestinian. Infrastructure has been destroyed. Hospitals have been destroyed. Hospitals, mosques, churches, schools. This is really a stigma in the forehead of the so-called free world. We really lost all confidence in all Western governments, Western institutes, claims to protection of human rights and protection of democracy. Do something. Even our team on the ground, which is doing a great job, is being displaced twice. They are doing miracles. They've been displaced from their homes first to somewhere else, then now somewhere else, and they are threatened to be moved again. So we are doing the utmost, but we need to continue with your financial support to support those families. We have a hell of a task in front of us as well, of psychological support for children, men and women who have seen those horrors. And let me tell you something about how silly it is. A Palestinian woman just told me, she actually left. She went into this chat group, Israeli chat group, to ask them if they know anything about the breastfeeding baby who was snatched from Gaza. Because the story is a soldier snatched a breastfeeding baby, and nobody knows what happened to them. And you know what was the answer? Hundreds of accusations of anti-Semitism. She's asking about breastfeeding baby, and they accuse her of being anti-Semitic. That's how cheap they are. That's how, and let me tell you something, shrug all accusations of anti-Semitism away. It's a real clear attempt to cover for Israeli crimes, and we're not ashamed to say that. I really thank you. I stand humbled by your continuing support, and we cannot afford but to continue with this support. Thank you so much. Free Palestine. Long live our quest for freedom, everyone.
I want to just say a big thank you to all the people that have done so much to make this camp happen. To say that in Sheffield we need to take the next step, and that was an inspiration by Lina and Sahar, who were determined to do something. And we're so proud of Sheffield and of the marches and the actions happening day after day over the last 3 months, but said actually we need to take another step. They wanted to be outside Parliament in London but we're here in Sheffield, and I know that Lena hopes that what she's doing here together with Sahar and all the supporters may be replicated across the country. Part of the inspiration for this camp is a young man called Walid Arafat, who is living a Palestinian living in Bristol, and many members of his family have been killed in Gaza, and he went on hunger strike. We know he's in hospital at the moment. We're not sure how he's doing, but part of the inspiration for this camp was standing in solidarity with him. I want to thank particularly Caroline, who's worked tirelessly to make this camp not just a dream, but something that worked in reality, and made sure that we had the support and the solidarity that in the middle of January, on a cold pavement in Sheffield, we could still make a camp happen. So thanks to Caroline and all the other people. Last night about 12 people came over from Rotherham just to bring their support and their solidarity, and I know that now people are flooding the camp with messages. Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we help? And there's a growing programme of activities through the week, and we'd encourage you, if you're a member of a trade union or a faith group or a women's group or any sort of social group, then think about how you might visit the camp and maybe do some sort of solidarity activity through the week. Sunday night at midnight, Lena is going to start a hunger strike. I'm sure many, probably all of you know, that there is a long history, a long, incredibly courageous history amongst the Palestinian people, as there has been amongst other fighters for liberation, other liberation struggles across the world. A long history by Palestinian, particularly Palestinian prisoners, of hunger strikes to gain their rights. And partly in that tradition, Lena will start a hunger strike at midnight on Sunday, and we will all be with her in solidarity with that brave and courageous action. So come and sign the visitors book. Maybe you want to speak to Lena or Sahar. Do you want to wave your hands in the air and so that people know who you are? Yeah, okay.